Well, we continue to follow the major problems at the Ramsey County Jail tonight. It began when the county told the Department of Corrections its jail had serious problems with overcrowding days ago. The state responded, telling Ramsey County Sheriff he had to move people out of that jail because there were serious safety risks at hand. And now, at the end of the week, a criminal F.B.I. investigation is underway into that jail. Lou's on the show tonight to tell us why the F.B.I. is now involved. Hey, Lou.
Hey, Jana. Yeah, that State Department of Corrections report found inmates who had suffered a stroke, ingested drugs, and bled for hours did so without medical attention. But now the feds are looking into at least one case where a woman was left permanently disfigured.
Ramsey County Jail surveillance photos show correctional officers taking down inmate Mariah Mosick Stafford. She was handcuffed. Then the guards shackled her legs, one of which her attorneys say was broken.
She initially sustained a fractured tibia of her left leg up by her knee, and in sustaining that fracture, it also severed an artery, and that was during the initial takedown. And then over the course of the next 17 hours, when she was not provided medical care, compartment syndrome developed in and around the area of that knee.
Attorneys Richard Student and Steve Meshbesher say 17 hours passed as Mosick Stafford writhed in pain and called out to the guards.
So it should have been obvious that there was something wrong with her leg.
It was more than obvious, though, because she was verbalizing the pain. Right. She was screaming in pain. So it's not just seeing it, it's hearing it.
It should have been obvious, and we think it was obvious to the correctional officers and the medical folks in the jail that her leg was severely damaged and she needed immediate emergency medical care.
The passage of time, the attorneys say, resulted in what's called compartment syndrome and lasting disfigurement to Mosick Stafford, too gruesome to show without blurring the photo. That's in addition to hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills and sustained pain and trouble walking. They filed a lawsuit in September against Ramsey County and the corrections officers and medical staff involved. And they recently learned the F.B.I. is now conducting a criminal investigation.
The Department of Justice is involved in this with the F.B.I. and a victim witness, and they identified her as a potential victim of a crime, making the criminals the deputies.
No criminal charges have been filed. Federal criminal charges exist for deprivation of rights and failure to provide medical aid. The three officers who were with Derek Chauvin were all found guilty of those crimes, and Chauvin pleaded guilty in the death of George Floyd. In Ramsey County, Meshbesher and Student are also representing an inmate who died last summer after they say Ramsey County waited too long to bring him to the hospital. All this comes as the Minnesota Department of Corrections has ordered Ramsey County to reduce its jail population based on findings that several inmates were denied or delayed medical care. Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher blamed the violations uncovered by the DOC on the jail being overcrowded. The county submitted a plan to reduce its capacity. But these attorneys say that doesn't excuse the actions of jail staff in their case.
How does this reflect on the Ramsey County Jail and its administration?
Whether it's a staffing issue or a training issue, they totally dropped the ball.
Ramsey County denied Mosick Stafford's allegations in its legal response to the lawsuit. The Ramsey County Sheriff's Office has not yet responded to a request on comment on Mosick Stafford or the F.B.I. investigation. Jana.
Lots to unpack here. Thanks so much, Lou, for getting us up to speed.